You've done it. You've completed your first ever uh, stage in combat initiation. But what is this on the side of your screen? What are gears? Well, good news for you, user, because I have a guide for you to understand what these gears are. So, gears are one of the main mechanics of combat initiation, and are given to you once you've finally completed the stage. Each gear plays a role in what fighting style you go for in combat initiation. They can synergize with other weapons in your inventory, or the other gears that you have. You can increase your options with the seated gears modifier to have all the gears that you need whenever you need it. Well, that is after you complete a stage. There is a limit to how many gears you can have. So for starters, gears are divided into 4 groups as seen with the colors. There's utility for green, active for red, refresher for blue, and passive for yellow. I'll discuss passive in a later video, but for now, I'll be giving you these 3. You can only have 1 gear for the refresher and active gears, and 2 gears for the passive and utility gears. Now, let's go on with the first group of gears. Here, we have the utility gears. As highlighted in green, utility gears are used to expand the movement abilities, especially for positioning in battle. Here, we have the grappling hook, the umbrella, and the jet boots. The grappling hook is used to propel yourself forward for high speeds. You can attach it to enemies, and for smaller enemies, they can be dragged towards you, but for larger enemies, you can be dragged towards them. Another thing you can be attached to is these yellow glowing orbs around the map. You can use this as an advantage to get out of dangerous situations that you could die from. The umbrella is a gear that allows you to descend slower at your will. Basically just a parachute. However, you have to keep in mind that the umbrella has a limit to how long you have to be in the air when using it, even if the limit is quite slow. There are in-depth texts that the umbrella has, but they are kind of complex, and it is a video just built for beginners. The jet boots is a gear that thrusts you up in the air, just like a rocket, and like a rocket, this thing has fuel. And you can synergize the jet boots with, like, most gears. For example, with the umbrella and the jet boots, they synergize well when coming out of bad situations. Here are the active gears. The active gears are gears that focus mostly on control and opportunity. They become powerful tools in the right circumstances, and their default bind is G. These gears include the Decoy Deploy, the Epic Sauce, the Reflector, and the Slate Skin Potion. The Decoy Deploy spawns an explosive version of you for enemies to prey on. It has 5.5 times your original HP, and once that reaches 0, the decoy explodes, dealing 750 damage to enemies. You can use this to bait the enemies off your tail and focus on another target that annoys the heck out of you. Next up, we have the Epic Sauce. The Epic Sauce boosts your everything. Weapons, gears, passives, and accessories. Everything is affected by the Epic Sauce. You can still take damage, but in the form of damage overtime, as an example here. and once that damage overtime reaches 0, you basically die and wait for it, explode. And yeah, you can kill enemies with this, but I do not recommend killing enemies with this, because you are going to lose lives on it. And the synergies involved are surprisingly minimal. For example, you can use it with the jet boots. It gives you more boost, but it drains the fuel really quickly. So it's overall a high risk, high reward kind of gear. Next up, we have the Reflector, and as the name suggests, it reflects things. People, projectiles, anything, honestly. Like this, for example. Kind of killed them, but like, you can make some interesting text, like extending your airtime with it. However, objectively the best part of the Reflector is the shield. Well, you can activate the shield by pressing it twice, by pressing G twice, and the shield has 600 HP, and it glows red as it continues losing health. Like this, for example. Oh man. And the best part about this, you can actually land parries with this. Oh, I didn't mean to kill him. And finally, we have the Slate Skin Potion. The Slate Skin Potion is a potion that turns you into stone. It gives you an extra 25 health, but at the cost of your mobility. The best part about the Slate Skin Potion is the fact that you can slam on enemies for up to 4,000 damage, as seen right here. The way you do this is by pressing G again while the Slate Skin is active, and it can create a slam, and makes an AoE shockwave damage, and as seen here. And pair that up with the cannonball, you can make a pretty deadly combo with it actually, and it's actually called a slam dunk. I won't go over like how to do it, but it's just equip the cannonball, use your Slate Skin Potion, and slam. Boom, done. That's it. Alright, now that we have known all the active gears in combat initiation, on to the next and final group, the refresher gears. Now, the refresher gears are basically support gears that are all food and drink based. They can be buffs for you or for your teammates. Wait, teammates? That's right. It's not just a solo fast-paced game. You can have multiplayer in this as well. But anyways, the default bind is R. The gears in this group are the Cheeseburger, the Bloxade, the Bloxicolo, and the Witch's Brew. The Cheeseburger is by far the best healing gear of all time. You restore almost all of your health when eating it, and it has a cooldown of like 43 seconds. You can also throw it to an ally, and it's same health, and basically they restore 80 health, and they can synergize with the Epic Sauce since it can negate the damage overtime debuff as you eat it. It's overall a great healing gear that you can have in combat initiation. Now, the Bloxade maximizes your utility, basically meaning reduce cooldowns, you gain 2 more stamina points, and maximum movement speed up to 50%. The synergies are just basically the entire utility gear group, and it's not wrong when it says it maximizes your utility. They really mean it. See, look, the grappling hook's effectiveness has been increased into 6.25 times once consumed, and the jet boost will let you fly as high as twice as high when consumed, and the umbrella can be now replenished twice as fast, and you'll be falling down twice as slow. And all these effects last for 30 seconds, and the Bloxade will be on cooldown for 25 seconds. Overall, a great utility gear, a great support for the utility. Next up, Next up, we have the Bloxicolo. The Bloxicolo grants boosted lifesteal for 30 seconds, meaning if you kill an enemy, no matter how far, you gain the free HP gain. You kill an enemy, you heal up the HP. So, it's also a great healing gear in battle, and you can perform many dangerous yet satisfying combos without any consequence of losing health. And you can pair this up like, for example, the Epic Sauce, how it pairs up with the Cheeseburger, as it can actually negate the damage overtime debuff. And finally, we have the Witch's Brew. The Witch's Brew allows you to decrease cooldowns with the drawback of your vision being impaired. And it doesn't matter what gears or weapons are involved in the decreased cooldowns. Depending on how much you drink, the potency can increase. And please do note that don't try this when you're motion sick. And you won't be able to aim as well due to the sheer amount of your vision being impaired. And by the way, I'm trying to hit this. So yeah, do keep that in mind when trying to fight others. That's basically about it. Now you know what gears are, and what they provide in battle, and how to use them to your advantage and disadvantage. And I would recommend getting the grappling hook, the Epic Sauce, the Cheeseburger, and the Teddy Bloxpin. However, in the end, it's all up to you to use whatever gears to use. Every gear is unique to complement whatever playstyle you're up for. High on the heat of battle, use more gears that complement your offensive style. More of a laid back guy, use more gears that complement your defensive style. And I'm sorry for not discussing passive gears. It's just gears that provide buffs without any direct input, and I'll explain more of it in a different video. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment E for the algorithm to pick up the video on a homepage.